1.
In this presentation, you're going to be learning about TEK 2.8c. I'm going to read the objective. Please listen. I can explore the processes in the water cycle, including evaporation, condensation, and precipitation, as connected to weather conditions. Now let's read that again all together. I can explore the processes in the water cycle, including evaporation, condensation, and precipitation, as connected to weather conditions. Our vocabulary for this TEK is processes, water cycle, evaporation, condensation, precipitation, and weather conditions. As we go through this PowerPoint presentation, listen for these words and see if you can learn what they are. Here is our first page of vocabulary words. The first word is processes. This is the way that something is done. In this case of the water cycle, you're going to notice that the process is done over and over, which is why I put the arrows there to remind you that a process can be done over and over. The next word is the water cycle, which is how water helps create weather. You will learn that if the water cycle did not exist, weather would not be possible. The last word on this slide is evaporation, which is when water rises to the sky because of heat from the sun. And we're going to learn more about that in just a minute. This is our last slide of vocabulary words for this presentation. The first word here is condensation, which is when evaporated water forms a cloud. Precipitation, which is a form of water falling from the sky in the form of rain, sleet, snow, or hail. And the last one on this page is weather conditions, which is what the weather is like at a given day or even a given minute. On this page, we're going to just go pretty quickly over the water cycle and its different parts. I wanted you to see a picture. After this page, on the following slides, we're going to take each part in depth. We're going to look really hard at it, and we're going to learn it very well. So it doesn't matter where we start when we learn about the water cycle, because it's a cycle and it repeats itself. So I'm going to start with precipitation. Precipitation is when water in the form of sleet, snow, hail, or rain falls from a cloud. So after the water has come down, the next step is collection. That water has to go somewhere. So imagine like you have a piggy bank and you put coins in it. They collect. There's more and more. Unless you spend them, there's going to be more and more coins that you're putting in. When the rain comes down, it collects. And it can be like a puddle. It can add water to a pond. It can add water to an ocean, a stream, a lake, a river, any of that. After the water has collected, the sun will rise again and it will evaporate or pull that water up. As the water from the lake, stream, pond, river, ocean, whatever, goes up, it's called water vapor. And once it gets to the sky, the water has to do something. So the water condenses. It comes back together again and it makes a cloud. And of course, after you have a cloud and it gets really full, what's going to happen? Precipitation is going to come down again. So that's just a brief, quickly going through the steps of the water cycle. Alright, the first step we're going to look at again is precipitation. As you see, the rain is coming down from that cloud. This time it's rain. It's not snow, it's not sleet, it's not hail, but it could be. Remember, precipitation is any type of water coming down from the cloud. So when this water is falling, and it's in the form of rain, sleet, snow, or hail, we call that precipitation. This slide is about collection. So, it says after precipitation, water collects in a pond, puddle, lake, stream, river, or ocean. And this is called collection. So now, you see how the raindrops are coming down and they are going into that puddle there. It has collected. It has, that's where the water goes. It's made collection. Okay, this slide is about evaporation. Once collection is complete, the sun begins to heat up the water in that puddle there, and it makes the water rise back into the sky with the process of evaporation. This is why on the playground sometimes there's puddles and we have to stay out of them, but then we can go out the next day and the puddles are gone. Well, they don't just disappear. They have gone back into the sky because of the heat from the sun. And finally, there's condensation. After evaporation, the water droplets condense. They come together to form a cloud. And this process is called condensation. So, you see on this page, you can see that the water droplets have gone up and now there's a cloud instead, and the puddle is gone, and that's what we got. So you may be thinking, why does the water cycle matter? Well, if there was no water cycle, there would be no rain. If there was no rain, there would be no plants. If there were no plants, there would be no oxygen. And if there was no oxygen, there would be no life. So, I'm leaving you with this question. Do you think the water cycle is important?